and good morning.
Good morning.
From Westerns on the Web, we want to thank all of y'all that always come by and say good morning to us here on our morning posts on Westerns on the Web, and all of y'all that click like and share and help spread the word about Westerns on the Web. Westerns on the Web is dedicated to helping preserve the American West and the classic style American Western film. Films that have grit and truth and a message about what's right and wrong, but can do it in a way that has the talent and the ability to make such a film, whether it's a TV show or a movie, that uses the talent to do it and still make a film that the whole family can watch together. And today we have a very special guest on Westerns on the Web, someone on the phone who is his work has shown this talent and ability over and over again, and he's been the star of many premium Western films and the star of the timeless Warner Brothers Western television series Cheyenne. We've got Clint Walker on the phone.
One of my favorites.
Hello, Clint.
Hi, Bob.
Clint, you've shared with me so many wonderful stories about your life and your career. Do you have something inspirational you can share with us all this morning?
I told you the DeMille story, didn't I?
Yes, you
Yeah.
did. But you know what? For our listeners, would you tell it again? Because I never get tired of hearing it.
Well, I had an old timer. I was coming on my agent Henry Wilson that never got me any work yet, but he arranged for me to go into Universal International and take a couple of acting lessons. I wanted to see if I could act. And I came out of there, and there was an old timer that I'd seen in many pictures. He was a character actor, and he stopped me and
What was
said,
his name? You told me his
"You're
name.
not under He said, "You're not under contract there, are you?" Yeah, his name was Cap Sumners.
Okay, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. And I explained to him, no, I just, my agent arranged for me to take a couple of acting lessons there. And he said, well, you'll never do any good there. They got Rock Hudson and a lot of other big guys. But he said, DeMille is making 10 Commandments, and he's looking for big guys like you. He said, if you want to give me your phone number, I'll see if I can set up an interview for you. Well, I didn't really think he could do anything. I didn't really know him, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I gave him my phone number and went on my way and forgot about it. 2 weeks later, I get a call to come in and have an interview with Henry Wilcoxon. Not Henry Wilson, but Henry Wilcoxon, who was, in his day, a very fine leading man in a lot of big features, most of which DeMille made. And now he had an acting part in 10 Commandments, but he mostly was DeMille's right-hand man, helping him make 10 Commandments.
Okay.
And what a nice man. We got along great. And he said, well, I want you to meet Mr. DeMille. And meanwhile, he had me do a little screen test. And it was a Western. And he told me later, said I made it a Western because I figured that would be your niche.
I think so.
Well, he said, I want you to meet Mr. DeMille. And on the day that I was supposed to meet him, I'm driving from Hollywood, from the Valley down into Hollywood. I'm on the freeway approaching Paramount Studios, and I see an elderly woman on the freeway trying to change a tire. She's had a flat tire, and I can see that she can't physically handle it. So I stopped and I fixed the flat tire for her and put the old one in the trunk, and she said, what do I owe you? And I said, you don't owe me anything, ma'am. I'm glad to do it. And she thanked me, and she said, well, I hope I haven't made you late for anything. And I said, well, I've got an appointment with Mr. DeMille, and I might even get a part in 10 Commandments, and I'm sure it'll be okay. We went our separate ways, and I get there, and sure enough, I'm late. So I have to wait till DeMille's ready for me, and they usher me in, and boy, he just exudes authority and control. He sit behind a desk that at the time looked to me like it was 20 feet long. But there's pictures of all kinds of actors and actresses on the walls. And he said, he looks me up and down, and he said, "You're late, young man." And so I thought, boy, my career's ended before it even begins. And I said, "I'm sorry, sir. I stopped to help somebody on the freeway." And then when he said, "Yes, I know all about that. That was my secretary." And I got a part in 10 Commandments as the Sardinian captain of the guard that always was standing by the throne. And there I am standing by the throne with this armor on and the big red cape and a horned helmet and a big sword in my hand. And I'm working with Sir Cedric Hardwick and Yul Brynner and Ann Baxter and Charlton Heston and Woody Strode and a lot of other big names. And here I am, a newcomer, and here I am with all the biggies. And every now and then they make a mistake, and I thought, oh boy, if you can make mistakes in this business, and you're already a professional, maybe there's hope for me. But for the most part, of course, everybody was very professional, and it was great for me to be right there and see them work and all. And I had one line in the whole picture, and I was supposed to be with Henry Wilcoxon, who's a pretty tall guy in his own right, but with Yul Brynner and all the biggies. When we look down the street and this green fog comes rolling in, and my line is supposed to say, "Look, some devil's curse." And DeMille, it took me aside and he said, "Clint," he said, "I'm going to have to take you out of the scene. Not because you didn't say the words, you did fine. But he said, you're so tall that it makes my actors look like a bunch of stumps around a tree." That's the way he said it. But he said, "I will make it up to you." And he would have. But then a producer saw the little Western screen test I made by the name of Hal Wallace. He put me under contract for 6 months, and I'm still doing 10 Commandments. And then Warner Brothers saw that screen test, and they bought my contract from Hal Wallace. And then my part was over, and DeMille was going to give me another part as a rock mason up, cutting letters and stuff in rock walls. But Warner's, within 2 weeks, they had me testing for Cheyenne.
We've talked for a long time. I've kept you a long time, but I'd love to call you back again sometime.
Okay, you're good people. I enjoy talking to you. And I wish you luck in whatever you do. And not that you need a whole lot of it. I think you're making your own. And I think you're doing it in such a way that the boss enjoys giving you a helping hand every now and then.
Thank you, Clint. Seeking to please God in what we do and how we do it's very important to us.
All right, you have a good day, and God be with you and yours.
God bless you, Clint. Thank you for spending some time with me, and we've really got to visit again.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Thank y'all for joining us this morning with our special guest, Clint Walker.
Y'all make sure you visit Clint Walker's website and do some shopping while you're there. ClintWalker.com. And make sure you come by and hear the special Western music selected every evening at 7 o'clock here on Westerns on the Web.
And y'all come by and check out all the Western movies and TV shows and original webcast Westerns on WesternsOnTheWeb.com. Y'all have a wonderful day.